Hey, this is Zombie Freak 21 here. I'm sorry I haven't made much videos, but I've been too damn busy with school, which I have a ton of paperwork to finish and as well studying for my finals, which is in 2 weeks. But I'm decided to take a study break and make this video regarding this issue with Barnes and Noble. Now I know this news is kind of old, but I want to give into my thoughts on this situation. What made me became interested in this was regarding from Neil Gaiman's tweet, which he talked about V for Vendetta and The Sandman being removed by Barnes and Noble's bookshelves. But as I did research, from what I found out, this had something to do with the dispute about DC Comics' deal with Amazon to sell graphic novels on the Kindle Fire. But because of this, Barnes& and Nobles had started removing DC and Vertigo's books from off their shelves. And I want to give another word about Books A Million, because Books A Million had also followed this path as well. But let me go into the negative side about this. The small issue I have that is that because of this, it's like encouraging people to buy the ebook as well as buying the popular iPad from Apple. And even though I'm a tech geek, I still have no interest in buying either of this stuff, since I'm kind of old school when it comes to reading stuff. But what I mean by this is that I prefer reading the material in my hands, as you can see from some of my stash back there. Because I hate reading books electronically. It really messes with my eyes. And another thing, it's really sad that now they're trying to encourage people to buy the electric devices, because this thing is putting you could say some bookstores out of business. And it's kind of the same thing with the comic book stores, because there's really not that many as much as they used to be, because the domination of technology, because of course this is like the downside of it. But I will say, from the most part, there is an upside to this, because this is getting people into, of course, comic book shopping again, because like record stores, there's not that many left, since people are downloading stuff off of their electronics. Because as a comic geek myself, it's a lot hard to find some of the, you could say, older material between, you could say, from the stuff in the beginning of the early part of the 20th century, since comic books originally came out in the 1930s. Because there's this bookstore I haven't gone to that often, because it's really far, and they're one of the places that sells all the older books, such as Batman. I forgot the name of this one, but I think it's called Year One. And of course, it's the same thing with Spawn. Anything that's 20th century, you're not going to get them unless you count Watchmen because of the movie. But let me get into further details. Now, since the fact that now that I'm away in school, I'm able to go to go to two comic book stores that are not too far from here, because all I have to do is take the bus, which it's super cheap, because it's like $1. So, but I mostly go to this other one called Hometown Comics, because they sell way more stuff, because I managed to find the Dark Phoenix Saga, and I was able to get The Sandman by Neil Gaiman, and it is an awesome book, and you guys should read it, because even the artwork itself is incredible. But there's this up in the other one. I don't go there that often, only because for some strange reason this store doesn't sell manga books, which I don't know, the real reason why. But they mostly sell games, so that's why I always go to the other store more. But yeah, because it's like, because there's a upside and downside. Because at least now it's encouraging people to go to explore more to the at a comic book store, because everybody needs to really needs to support these stores to keep them in business, because it's really sad that some are forced to basically have to force to close their stores down because the evolving of technology, because of, well, iTunes for instance, because people are buying, digitally downloading books, movies, etc. Now, yes, I do own an iPod, but I don't. I still buy CDs, but just not as much as I used to. But I'm getting a lot of topic here. So regarding this, yes, it does sucks that Barnes and Noble as well as Books a Million, they're forced they're doing this due to this dispute that's going on with Amazon. But I will say there, like I said, there's an upside. So that's really my thoughts about this whole thing. But and speaking of comic books, I haven't done any reviews in a while, but I'll see if I could do my review on demo and let you guys know about my thoughts on it. So I'm Zombie Freak 21. I'll see you next time.